Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Max again. Uh, as you can see, I'm in a new environment here, back in Madison, Wisconsin, my hometown. Back for winter break. Flights went really well today. Really smooth flights, only 2.5 hours about from Phoenix to Minneapolis, which was pretty much the quickest I've ever gotten to Minneapolis from Phoenix. So that was good. Really quick flight from Minnesota to Madison, and pretty easy day of traveling all in all. Got home. Killer cold right now. It's not good, but I'm working through it. It's nice and warm here in Madison. It's a toasty 35 degrees, so that's always a nice thing too. Wasn't too big of a temperature adjustment from Arizona, which is nice. I was afraid that was gonna be like 5 degrees when I got back here, and that just felt awful. So anyway, I want to address two, three things maybe going on in sports today and tomorrow. First thing is my Cardinals unfortunately losing my favorite player Jason Heyward to the Cubs. This one hurts. Cardinals are usually the ones that get discounted players and leave the big money players to other teams. Cardinals offered big money for this one though, and Heyward took a pay cut to play with the Cubs, which is kind of just a slap in the face to the Cardinals fans and the Cardinals organization in general. Um, Arch rival Cubs, always kind of been the lovable losers of Major League Baseball, if you will. And they put together a squad. I'm telling you, there's so much young talent on that team. With Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Jason Heyward, this team is just stacked. Zorbis is a good veteran presence in the clubhouse. I think he'll help a lot this year. And obviously the pitching with Arrieta, Lester, and Lackey. That's just unstoppable. I really think the Cubs are the team to beat in Major League Baseball this year. It is the Cubs, so you never really know what's going to happen with them, but they're scary. They're very scary. So that one really hurt. And now all three of my Cardinals jerseys that still fit no longer play for the team. Joe Kelly, John Jay, and Jason Heyward. So might be looking to get a new jersey, probably a Carlos Martinez jersey. I really like Martinez. He's probably my favorite player now that Heyward's gone. To be clear, I don't hate Heyward at all. I understand why he did it. It hurts that it's to the Cubs, but the Cubs are a really good team. He's got a really good chance throughout his 8 years there at winning a title. He'll probably retire a Cub. I wish him the best. I still like him a lot. He still seems like a really quality guy. It's just a little bit of a slap in the face. That's all. It just hurts a little bit. So now into some college football. Really, really big college football fan, as you know. And first off, I wanted to talk about the Heisman a little bit. Personally, if I had to pick between these three, I wouldn't, because I'd pick Baker Mayfield as my Heisman. But of these three, I do think Derrick Henry is the correct choice, and I do think he will win. Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey is awesome. He can do literally everything on the field. He can pass, he can run, he can catch, he can return punts, he can return kicks. He can do it all. Great. He's kind of like Reggie Bush 2.0. I don't think he's as fast as Reggie Bush or as overall dominant, but he just eats up yards like Reggie did. I think he'll be good in the pros, by the way, Christian McCaffrey. And then Deshaun Watson, obviously leading an undefeated team. If you're a quarterback of an undefeated team, almost every single time you're going to be nominated for the Heisman. And so I can't really argue with him getting a nomination. I just really would have liked to see Baker Mayfield in there. He's just carried a team to the playoff pretty much on his shoulders. And so I would have liked to have seen some recognition from him. Also think Keenan Reynolds getting an invite would have been really, really fascinating and a great story. Would have been a great story for America in general. Having a guy like him, in his military naval uniform at the Heisman ceremony, getting a helicopter from the Army-Navy game. I think it would have just been a really cool spectacle to see. He's also the all-time touchdown record holder in college football. which is really cool. I'm a Wisconsin fan, obviously, and so Monte Ball was the previous record holder, and I'm sad to see that record go from Wisconsin because they also own the all-time leading rusher in college football history, which is Ron Dane. I believe Melvin has some kind of yards per carry record also. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he has some kind of yards per carry record. So, but to me, the clear choice right now is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has single-handedly carried that Alabama offense. That offense is a one-man offense. I think Colin Cowherd said he's pretty close with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin tells him that, they just rely on him completely. And I understand that. Most SEC teams do rely on their running game because the quarterback play in that conference is not very strong right now. Derrick Henry has just dominated. He's been a beast. Yeah, and some people say, he only gets 3 or 4 yards per carry. That doesn't matter. When you're getting 45 carries a game and you're just eating up yards and leading your team to the playoff, who cares if you only get 3 or 4 yards per carry? Obviously yards per carry is a big part of, judging running backs, but, he's a workhorse, man. He's a workhorse. So there's that, and then big college football game tomorrow. The last little warm-up for the bowl games. Army versus Navy, a game I always love, I always watch. Tomorrow I will not be able to. I will be at the Wisconsin-Marquette game. But planning on recording Army versus Navy and watching it after. I'll probably have a recap of that game up, actually, because I think that's just such an important game for this country. I think that's great to watch our heroes who are risking their lives for our safety in the coming years go out there and play against each other. Watching the midshipmen and the armies. It's just great. Navy always has great uniforms for this game. This year's no exception. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. Their helmets are awesome for this game. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think Navy's going to win a tight one. 27-21, Navy wins. Navy's clearly the superior team here. And Keenan Reynolds is a beast. Army can always keep it close with Navy. I think Keenan Reynolds runs for 2 touchdowns and really carries that team to victory, both through leadership and through actual play on the field. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Wisconsin-Marquette, ASU-Kentucky for basketball. 2 really big primetime matchups for my favorite teams. ASU's got their hands full with Kentucky. Wisconsin, big rivalry game. Marquette basketball's probably Wisconsin's second biggest rival for any sport behind Minnesota football. So it's always a good game. The stadium's always packed. Always a lot of Marquette fans there. It should be a fun time. A couple fights have broken out in last couple of years, so it's kind of unpredictable. Really looking forward to going to it. I haven't been to a Wisconsin basketball game since the national championship last year, so I'm really looking forward to that. And so yeah, I'll probably be up with an Army versus Navy recap, and I'll get that because of the internet review up by the weekend. And next week I'm going to Orlando actually to visit some family. So I don't know if I'll have videos during that time. I'll probably keep you posted on my coming videos. So, and one final thing. I forgot my Rams jersey back at school, so I had to dig in for some old ones. I've got my Cortland Finnegan Rams jersey rocking. Yes, I do have a Cortland Finnegan jersey. Loved him. Was a big fan of his. So, that's it for this video. Go follow me at CavsMax13 on Twitter. Remember to like, subscribe. Throw your predictions in for the Heisman. I think we all know Derrick Henry's going to win this. Running away with it pretty much. No pun intended. Predictions for Army, Navy down there. And just general thoughts on the Heyward signing with the Cubs. That'd be greatly appreciated. So, I'll see you later.